Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. This is No Matrix After Dark. As promised, I said I would talk about thug life and the thug mindset in this video. Now I'm gonna go into some details, but I'm not gonna go into too many personal details. I know the feds is watching, and I'm pretty sure I'm not their favorite person. But I talked about the thug mindset and the thug life. It's easy for you to get caught up in that. You know, we listen to the music, we watching the movies, we know people in our families, people we grew up with. Like I told y'all, I grew up on 19th and Hampton here in Milwaukee. 19th and Hampton is basically the hood. It's the hood. I grew up with a lot of guys. We was over there mobbed up doing certain stuff. It's easy, like when you see your guys that's still in that life. I might talk to them in a different dialect than say I do at work. Because I known them and I knew them for a while and they know me. But we can't let our associations bring us down. Prison ain't the way to go. Getting in shootouts ain't the way to go. You want to have a peaceful life full of money and full of the Most High's presence. So you don't want to be out here trying to move bricks and stuff. Why do you need to do that? You can get a CDL and make the same money that you will make if you do it right selling drugs. I'm telling you. I know how much guys was making back in them days. You know, you can make that money. And you know what's weird? It's a lot of business guys that make more than drug dealing. I was just watching on YouTube a video about food trucks, and one guy said he makes 400 plus thousand per year from his food truck. Some of the biggest drug dealers don't make that kind of money. The majority of them don't. So these guys, y'all gotta realize that these rappers, they want y'all to beef with each other. They want y'all to look for ops. And I just heard a dude earlier talking about he gonna switch some nigga up. Meaning he gonna use his gun with his switch on it. All of that's gonna get you locked up, man. You ain't gonna have no freedom. Your rights is going to be constantly being challenged because you thought, based on the music you listen to and based on the people you know, a lot of y'all think that y'all going to get away with murder. Sometimes people do, but a lot of times they don't. People got Ring doorbells now. It's cameras on street lights, street poles. They see you. They see you. And they talking about they be panty checking in there, right? If y'all don't know what panty checking is, you talking about you love your girl. You try to live that thug life out here, you gonna be in there panty checking. Panty checking is them dudes be trying to make sure that girls ain't gonna do nothing, but that's impossible because after a certain amount of time, they can't even get phone call. And these women probably just be telling their other dude, just wait until after 8:45. Call me then. Be like, call me after 8:45. After 8:45, they can't get no more calls. So that penny checking, you can solve all of that by just controlling your emotions. Every battle ain't worth fighting. You can't live by the gun unless you want to be dead yourself or in jail. All of these things you need to take into consideration. Thug life, thug mindset, ultimately is going to lead. There's a lot of guys that they messed their record up and they having a hard time finding a job. When you young, especially teenage years, early adult, you want to make sure you avoid catching felonies. Get your driver's license, avoid those felonies, man. If you do those two things, three things I would say. Finish high school, get your driver's license, avoid those felonies. Don't let these guys get you caught up in stuff where now you doing a lot of time. Sometimes you gotta, what I learned as I was starting to get older, you can't fight everybody, you can't shoot everybody. You gotta do what's best for you. Sometimes you gotta let people slide. Maybe I need to rephrase that, because sliding is you doing a drive-by on somebody. I ain't gonna tell you sometimes you gotta let people slide. I'll say it like, sometimes you gotta be more forgiving and merciful. Put it that way. So, the Bible says, cast down imagination, everything that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Why? Because the Most High made promises in His Word to do certain things for you in certain situations. He said, if my people humble themselves and pray and seek His face and turn from their wicked ways, then He will hear from heaven. He will forgive their sin. He will heal their land. Your land is everything about you. So He promised you that if you do the formula found in 2 Chronicles 7:14, you can take that back up with Him. Like you said right here, that if I do this, you'll do that. So He'll begin to orchestrate. He might not do everything for you, but He will orchestrate. Take it from me. I testify on His behalf that the Most High sometimes orchestrates things for your good. He does. The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. The devil wants you to kill other people so she can either get you out the way in prison and possibly have you depressed and bitter, maybe even try to delete yourself, and now, bam, you in outer darkness. Over for you. No hope. To kill, destroy, so the Most High will judge you. The devil don't want none of us in the kingdom because she left the kingdom. She don't want us to have the splendor and the beauty of the heaven. So she goes through, like she says in the book of Job, seeking whom, walking to and fro on the earth, seeking whom she may devour. Look up that word, devour. Look up that word. In the book of Revelation, it says that the devil makes war with the saints. In the book of 2 Corinthians, it says that the devil blinds the minds of them who do not believe. Some of y'all think you're going to be okay trying not to be spiritual, trying to be away from the Most High, but not against the Most High. The devil going to blind your mind. And when the devil blind your mind, she going to set up shop in your mind. It's going to lead to crime. It's going to lead to savagery. It's going to lead to the thug life and the thug mindset, which ultimately will destroy your earthly life and your life in the spirit throughout all eternity possible. A lot of people have already succumbed to these things, I'm telling you. They done passed away, being a thug, being a thief, being against the Most High, unrepentant. He said, humble yourself. A person is not repenting is not humble. They're not humbling themselves. A person that does not respect the fact that the Most High is going to judge their sin. The Bible says, you don't judge it, the book's going to be open, and everyone going to be judged by the things which were written in the book. So if you're not in the first resurrection, which most thugs ain't going to be, thug life is demonic. That's the devil. Why? Because it's going to entail stealing, killing, and destroying. The three things the Bible told us that the devil comes to do. The devil comes to get you to serve yourself instead of serving God. Another thing that thugs do. A lot of your boys and a lot of chicks you know trying to be divas getting caught up in gang shootouts, caught up getting killed in domestic stuff by the other woman, by guys. They all dying, lost souls, unrepentant souls. Thug life. You hear all these rappers. Now you got all these female rappers now trying to get you to be ratchet out here. For you to be ratchet, you're going to have to be over there with the devil. If you're over there with the devil, you're going to lose your soul. You're going to lose your soul. So thug life, thug mentality, thug mindset, you going to lose in the end. You going to lose. I don't believe in convincing you. My job as a prophet is to warn you. If you choose that stuff over the Most High, over the plan that he got for you, which ain't gonna be perfect, things ain't gonna always go right, but if you keep your faith to the end, the Bible says that you shall be saved. And you're gonna be in the first resurrection. You're gonna be at the marriage supper getting reward instead of getting punishment. In the great white throne judgment, you're gonna get punishment. In the marriage supper, you're going to get reward. You're going to be corrected. The Most High going to set everything straight. So right now, everybody needs to choose, like the Bible says, who you going to serve. I already made my choice. Whatever I choose to do, I'm going to keep it real with the Most High. I'm on his side. But I ain't going without sex. I'm just not. I'm not. I ain't gonna be out here whoremongering, and I'm definitely not gonna mess with nobody's wife, ever. If I know that's somebody's wife, it ain't happening, Captain. You know. As far as the Sabbath, my aim is to keep it, but a lot of us are doing good on that day. If you can't get no other job than the job that have you working on the Sabbath, it's lawful to do good. You don't be poor to keep the Sabbath. You don't. You ask for an opportunity from the Most High to open doors where you can keep the Sabbath. If he open a door where you can't, make your Sabbath on a different day. We got to be careful with thug mentality, thug life. You know, don't put these people, you making them God, idolaters, how they part in the lake of fire. If you choosing to run with the clique, steal cars, sell drugs, do drugs, rob people, you think you got away, you killed that person, and you ain't in jail. You gonna get judged for all of that. It's not worth it. The devil wants you to lose your soul. And on that note, I'ma close. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. This is No Matrix After Dark. We'll be back with more videos tomorrow. Stay tuned.